Hi everyone, Val here, and I'm coming to you with another pre-cruise vlog for our trip on the Oasis of the Sea. It is 17 days away. I cannot believe it's 17 days away. You like my little hat? I had ordered a sun hat in like a month or like maybe 6 to 8 weeks ago, and I'd ordered the pink one, and found out that they were out of stock on the pink ones, so they offered to send me a blue one instead. I need to wear my little sun hat because my hair is really thin, and if I don't, when I'm in the sun, the top of my head will burn, so I have to make sure that I have a sun hat on. I wanted something besides a baseball cap to wear, because normally I'll wear some type of a baseball cap or something, but I wanted a little sun hat for this trip. So I picked this hat. What do y'all think? Do you like it? Hope you do, because it fits nice. I'm really happy with it, and it will fit in my suitcase. It folds down, so don't have to worry about squishing it, because it folds up to go in the suitcase, and that's one of the things I was looking for. So today I'm going to talk about getting ready for the cruise. Now that it's so close, things are happening for the cruise, and one of the things is Royal Caribbean has sent me a packet for boarding the cruise ship, or sent us a packet. They say to print this out. It's a pretty thick little booklet here, but they say to print it out and bring it with us so that our boarding procedures are easier. They have all the ticket information inside the booklet, everything that we'll need to board the ship. And then we're also going to go online today and do the pre-cruise check-in. You can do that through the cruise ship website. Go in and put your passport numbers and all of your information in there, and they have it so that when you get ready to board, you go to the boarding procedures. It's already done. They just have to look you up, and it's much quicker getting onto the ships that way. We've done that on every cruise that we've been on, and it works really, really well. So we'll probably do that this weekend. It's go on and pre-check-in. So we'll have that ready. In this booklet, there's a whole travel summary and everything in here. It starts out by telling you a little bit about the cruise, the check-in, online check-in. It tells you about online check-in and how to do it and where to go. It even has the link to it in here. So I can go into my email and pull this document back up, then go to this link and go ahead and check into the cruise. The next thing is our itinerary. It gives us everything from our flight, what the flight number is, where we're leaving from, where our connecting flight is. Everything in here is for our departure, and then our itinerary for the ship, what ports we're going to on what days are cruising days, the time the ship leaves the port, and then the return flight is also on here, what time the return flight leaves, and our connecting flight, and then getting back. Then if it gives us numbers if we have any concerns about any of these reservations. It gives us numbers to call on the bottom of the page, and then it kind of gives us a whole checklist of stuff to make sure that we've done before we leave. Things like confirming your flight, which our flight is already confirmed. We've already done that. Seat arrangements, printing out your tickets, baggage fees, everything is on here. What you're going to need for traveling, your passport, domestic, gives you some guidelines on international cruise travel and domestic travel, visas, health. Tells you a little bit about health, what you need to know about your health. But all these documents are wonderful to have and to just kind of read over and make sure you haven't forgotten anything. Gives you directions to the port. That'll be good. I know with our hotel, because we're going to go down, we're going to fly down on Friday, stay overnight in a hotel, and then the hotel has a shuttle that's going to take us to the ship. So this, I don't know that we'll need directions to the pier, but we have them just in case we do. Then it tells a little bit about, excursions and spa services. It reminds you to make reservations for all of that. And then on this page, which I love this page, is everything that I've booked additional to the cruise, which it tells, you know, the times I reserved for my time dining, the shows, what time they are, and how many I reserved, the specialty restaurant, the wine tasting, all of that is here, telling me what reservations I made on what days. And then it has the shore excursions that I made are confirmed on here. And then it has our onboard credit, because we have $200 onboard credit, $100 for each of us. We get to spend while we're on the ship. That was part of our package deal that we got. So it shows that in this little booklet that we have that. It has things to know. It talks about the alcohol policy, baggage advice, gratuities, and I've gone over most of this stuff in my pre-cruise videos. If you want additional information on all of this, check back on my other pre-cruise videos where I covered these subjects as far as what I knew about them. It has some information here too on cruising with infants. It talks about the muster drill. There's a muster drill on every ship, which you have to do before you leave the port. You have to know where your muster station is in case there's a problem on the ship. And they go through all the little safety guidelines on, you know, how to use a life jacket and what you're supposed to do if there is an emergency. You have to attend the muster drill. So when they call for that, make sure you do go to that. Has instructions on here. It's a little bit about, you know, pregnancy do's and don'ts, about smoking policies, a little bit of everything on these pre-cruise papers that they just sent me. And this talks about cruise tours. That's in small writing. I'm not going to go through all that because we're not going to do a cruise tour. But and then the last thing they have in here is luggage tags. And they always send luggage tags. You can make extra copies of those. We're going to have 4 bags with us, so we'll need 2 for Steve. We're going to have 2 check bags and 2 carry-on bags. So we're going to put the luggage tag on all 4 of those once we get down into Florida. We'll attach those to our bags. We don't want to have those on our bags on the airplane when we're flying, not for the cruise ship. Those are just so the cruise line, when you check your bags at the port, they know what stateroom to take them to, or what cabin to take them to. So all my information's here. I'm going to look through it. I'm going to go online and check in today, do my pre-cruise check-in. And the only other thing I wanted to talk a little bit about was somebody said they were afraid to go cruising. They weren't sure because of seasickness, how they would be. On our very first cruise, we were prepared for seasickness. We bought the little sea bands, which are little bands that you can put around your wrist. And I guess that you have to have them on from the day you board the cruise, and you have to keep them on all the way through the cruise. But there's a pressure point somewhere on your wrist, and you just wear a band on each of your hands. They kind of look like this. They have a little pressure point on them. And you just keep these on your wrist the whole time you're on the ship. It's supposed to alleviate seasickness or keep you from being seasick. We don't need these, so we don't take them. We did, like I say, we had them on our first cruise. There was rough weather one time on the cruise, and the ship got a little rocky, and it did cause a little bit of seasickness, but not enough where, you know, it lasted just a short time while we were in the rough seas, and after that we were fine. We also bought the this like Dramamine, which is also for seasickness, but this is a store brand. It's called Waldram, and you can also take these pills for seasickness. Now, like I said, I got these, probably these are way past expired now. I need to throw them away. But we bought them and never used them. Also, what they say you can do, they say if it does get rocky and you're below deck, go up like midship so you can see the water, and the visual will help you not to be seasick. Whereas down, if you're under and you can't see the water, you're just kind of rocking and it's making you queasy. It's better to be at sea level where you can see the water and see the waves, and it will take away the seasickness or make the seasickness not as bad. Also, someone gave me the tip of eating green apples. They said something about the green apples will keep you from getting seasick or help seasickness if you have seasickness. Those are the little tips I have for seasickness. The last 3 cruises we were on, or the last 2 cruises we were on, I should say, but this is going to be our 4th, we didn't have any problems with seasickness. We really didn't hit any rough seas, and we didn't have any problems. So we didn't need these. We're not going to take these with us this time. I don't think that we're going to need them. We're really not prone to seasickness, but don't let that stop you from going on a cruise. Go prepared, and you know, better to be prepared than not, but don't let that stop you from cruising. Try it out. And I will thank you for watching again. And it's getting really close, another couple of weeks, and we'll be on the cruise. Remember to subscribe and like and follow us. I'm going to take lots of videos on the cruise and share them with you when we get back. Follow us on our cruise and join us in our fun, and I will see you real soon. Thank you so much.